Hi guys, and today we are here to react to, well, not react to, basically me talking about my reaction to Wonder Man. Let's go. As you guys know, we are here in this game because in the end of the day, I can't play this. Well, I can't be in the normal VR world. If I wanted to, I would. But I can't. I have, my stick drift is like getting worse by the second. So this makes me stay in place. So let's talk about Wonder Man. I hated it. I'm saying this right now. I absolutely hated it. And then when I thought there was going to be more episodes, it was because of the ending and they had his superpower being shown. And the one thing I want to make sure that it's clear, no, I'm not saying that just because they didn't have much of his superpowers being shown, is because they didn't have us, it didn't let us know what his powers are. It was just focusing on the fact that he wanted to be an actor. So this was more of a real life show of anything with little superhero parts here and there. What was annoying for me, I thought it was very stupid, and it was just a really bad show to be honest. I would say it's second worst than She-Hulk. She-Hulk is just bad all around. So nah, I like She-Hulk is my first worst one. This one is the second. Like the superpower aspects of it, it would have, like, I think if I didn't Google search his powers right away when they were talking about Wonder Man, I would have, if I watched this, I would have been like, oh, what is his powers? What is his whatever, right? And it's like, oh, he just has the power to fly and the power to be incredibly strong? Oh, that's not unique. No, Wonder Man powers, I'm going to say this right now, Wonder Man powers are actually incredibly unique. Wonder Man's powers are he has several powers, and I honestly kind of forget, so future me is probably going to give a Google Docs information of like his entire power sets in front of my face, but I'll talk about the ones that I at least remember. He can fly, make portals, he can shoot energy blasts, they did have that there at least, and basically the entire story of comic books of Wonder Man is that he is supposed to be a superhero, but he also does movies on the side. And this makes me feel like they just went like the whole movie side of him, and not he also wants to be a superhero on the sidelines of it as well. And seeing those two things breach in between each other. Like none of this had anything that had to go off of when it came to a whole story base. Nothing. All we saw was the guy who was from Ms. Marvel episode, who was trying to obtain, is now obvious that they're trying to obtain people with powers for some reason whatsoever. No shit, is probably because they're trying to make their own their version of the super soldier serum. So yeah, that's literally all I can say about Wonder Man. Literally, I can't say anything else about it. It's just I had so much, it's not like it didn't meet my expectations, but I was at least hoping it to be interesting. It was just boring. Then we saw a video about a guy who did have powers, and that he had like a black hole base. He was Spot. And if you guys don't know who Spot is the same villain from Miles movie. But it's supposed to be the fact that Spot is also a terrible, basically he's terrible. He's supposed to be one of the worst people who has powers. Like he has the worst powers of all time. And like his power allows people to go through him like a door. And like even then, that was like a tiny bit of superhero action. But we found nothing else. Literally. I just found it so stupid. So stupid. So yeah, other words, I kind of hope they do at least a season 2, because it seems like now like they're both running away, they both can't pursue the acting career for now, so he has to learn how to use his powers a lot more, because now they're running from this super government thing that is trying to take his powers for whatever reason. So with that being said, I do hope they do a season 2. I really am hoping, because if they do not, and it's just that means that this was just basically stupid, and they were hyping this up for no damn reason. This was like a hype show, by the way. This was something they were hyping up, being like Wonder Man. Wonder Man is going to be so good. It's going to be great. Giving us hints, giving us clues, but never telling us anything. And then we see it, and it's like, what is this? So in other words, they put the bar too high as well. That's my other problem. They put the bar too high. I'm not gonna say it was like Avenger Endgame level where the bar was. The bar was more like traditional Marvel movies that were actually really good, like Iron Man movies and some of the Thor movies as well, are Thor movies in general. So in other words, yeah, but honestly, I would advise you guys to go watch it regardless to get your own opinion. Because I am one guy. I am one man, one opinion. So just watch it yourself. But yeah, see you guys there. And Crimson Thunder out.